If you haven't yet read it, I highly recommend the Plus Anima manga series. It is very enjoyable. One of the better manga out there, in my opinion. Anyway, with that all said and done, hey there, kiddos, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Uncle Frank, and that you guys are having a great day. And in today's video, I am sitting back on the floor because somebody has run off with my non-squeaky chair, and I didn't notice until after they had left, so I am chairless for at least a few hours. Fun stuff. Not happy about that. Anyway, with that explanation out of the way, in today's video, I'd like to chat with you guys about setbacks. Setbacks, things going wrong. Because, yeah, things will go wrong. I got a little story to share with all of you guys, and I just want to emphasize that a setback is not necessarily the end of the world. You see, today I had set some time aside for myself, knowing that I would have some free time in my afternoon, and I wanted to start playing through Assassin's Creed 3. It is, in my opinion, the best of the Assassin's Creed games. I like its protagonist the most. I think he is a rather tragic and compelling figure. I like the overall story of the game. I like the updated mechanics they made for 3. I like the world more than I liked Assassin's Creed Brotherhood or 2, or maybe more than 1. I like a lot of the side mechanics. I like a lot of the side characters. The assassin recruits are all pretty interesting for the most part. The dynamic between Connor and Haytham is pretty interesting. The ship combat's great. There's a lot going for it. It's a very good game, in my opinion. One of the better ones that Ubisoft has ever put out. And I was looking forward to starting a new playthrough where I attempted to actually 100% complete it. So for a few days now, in preparation of this, I had been looking around the garage for my PlayStation 3. I had misplaced it. Well, today I had found it, and after some more searching, I finally found the power cord for the damn thing, because I had misplaced that too in a completely different part of the garage. Got it all hooked up, got it all connected, put the game disc in, turned it on, and after about a minute or so of playing the game, the PS3 turned off. I thought maybe that was odd. Maybe I had tripped something. Maybe having too many game consoles plugged into the one outlet was a bad idea, so I unplugged some things, made sure that the power cord was plugged in correctly, turned it back on. Got the PS3, oh, you didn't turn the power off correctly last time message. You know, kept going. Got back to the Assassin's Creed menu and loaded a game, and it happened again. The PS3 turned off. That was odd. Third time's the charm, though, so I got out my duster, cleaned the connection ports, dusted the entire PS3 down, and then went back in for round 3, and this time I noticed that the actual file was deleted after loading it up, which was extremely odd. This is when I realized something was probably wrong with the PS3. And I went online, and it turns out, yeah, this is actually a relatively common problem for PlayStation 3s once they're at a certain age. They just start to die. They just start to fail, basically. They'll turn off on their own, which is really unfortunate. That had really put a downer on my day, because I like Assassin's Creed 3. I said a lot. I'm a big fan of that game. And now I've got basically 2 options if I want to actually go through with 100% completing it. I can either repair or replace the PlayStation 3, which is probably not in the budget for the immediate future, or I could play Assassin's Creed 3 on one of the god-awful PS4 or Wii U ports, which is not something I'm really all that excited to do, if I have to be completely honest. I do not like how it was adapted for those consoles. In general, not happy with those ports one bit. And so, obviously, this is just an example of a video game session not going as hoped. Not being able to play a game you were kind of looking forward to. It is what it is. But you know what? It's not the end of the world. You know, I'll move forward at some point, hopefully within the next few weeks. I'll be able to hopefully replace the PS3 or fix it and get started on my Connor adventure once again. But you know, when it comes to the world of cardboard and the world of collectibles in general, you're going to have all kinds of setbacks. You know, you're going to have as a business. You're going to have packages that go missing, or people that scam you, or distributors who don't end up giving you everything you ordered. You know, prices could radically change in between when you placed your order for your products and when they show up. Things that you paid a lot of money for could end up being worth a lot less than what you paid for. As a player for a game, a lot of things can go wrong. A ban list could hit unexpectedly, and your deck is basically unplayable the day before the tournament, right? A new big announcement, a new big set comes out, and your entire local metagame changes aggressively. Your cards get stolen or get lost or accidentally destroyed because you put your deck box in your bag and you threw that bag in the washer to clean it, and it's completely destroyed. People suffer setbacks all the time. But in my very long life as someone who's been interested in collectibles, hobbies in general, and just having fun, I've noticed that individual setbacks can be awful, and sure, they can absolutely ruin your day, but they are not the end of the world. You know, I've got a lot of things in my personal collection that I'm super fond of, and if they went missing or were destroyed, yeah, I mean, the special collection DVD here for Lord of the Rings. This is a really nice DVD collection. You know, it's got the extended edition of the full trilogy, plus a bunch of really nice extras. This is, in my opinion, the definitive way to experience the Peter Jackson films for Lord of the Rings. And right next to it, I have, in my opinion, the only way to experience The Hobbit, period. The Rankin Bass animated film, which is amazing, in my opinion. And I love these DVDs quite a lot. They are movies that I can always rewatch and never be bored of it. And if these were lost or destroyed, or the DVD players I used to run them lost or destroyed in some way, yeah, I'd be bummed out about it. I'd be unable to enjoy something that means a lot to me, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. You know, it's not like a family member's sick or dying, or a pet's gone missing or died or anything. You know, it's a collectible. It's a physical object. It's a setback, but it's not the end of the world. And when you are, I think, ready to accept that setbacks are going to happen in life, I think that it would be a very important step towards gaining a lot of control over not just your own emotions, but also like a lot of the opportunities that present themselves in life. Because more often than not, when setbacks occur, there are also opportunities in disguise. There are more than one opportunity I've come across in the last year alone, especially when it comes to product acquisition and bulk collections bought and sales done on my own behalf or the behalf of another, where, you know, some stressful things have occurred during those transactions or during those purchases. And, you know, I've been able to say, well, that didn't work out so well. I'll get my money back and I'll use that money towards something else, a different opportunity that ends up being more enjoyable in some ways than what I otherwise would have initially bought. You know, it's just the kind of thing that happens. There's always opportunities, and as long as you keep going, as long as you keep trucking on, and you don't let the setbacks ruin you, you'll find that in the long term, they're just bumps along the road. Okay, no need to beat yourself up over it or let it ruin your entire weekend. Be upset in the moment, sure. Everyone can, I think, afford to spend a few seconds, maybe even a afternoon, even upset over whatever misfortune comes their way. But don't let it consume you. Don't let it ruin your entire work ethic or whatever long-term plans you have. Just take it in stride, learn from whatever mistake you made, and try and have a better day regardless. Because at the end of the day, I think what's really important to understand is, you know, you can't control every random occurrence that happens. You can't be in complete control of all the events that happen in your life, especially not when it comes to business and finance. There's going to be all kinds of things that happen outside of your control. You can buy a booster box for One Piece, absolutely cocksure that Bandai Namco will never reprint it. And then the reprint gets announced, and you're suddenly holding something that you think is worth a lot less than what you paid for it, right? And you can be as upset as possible to the heavens themselves, and it's not going to change anything. Being angry isn't going to change anything. Being upset or scared isn't going to change anything. What matters and what you can change is how you respond to the situation and what decisions you make going forward with that information. And if that information causes you to sell a product for slightly less than what you had for it, than what you paid for it, or to hold on to it even more feverishly, hoping that its price recovers. It's important that you make that decision, whatever decision it ends up being, whatever decision you end up making. You don't make that decision full of emotion over a setback. You make that decision as calmly and collectively as possible. That's it. That's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you didn't, let me know in the comment section below. Something Discord, something Patreon, something. Thanks again for watching. See you guys next time. Ciao.